the YouTube stream and also with the Facebook also. Um, but tonight's show, what we're talking about is the gist of it. Time to go back to work, and what we're talking about in terms of you have the PPP and auto loan, all the government stimulus loans are coming in, and you have a lot of companies that are getting this money, and they call these people to come back to work, and these people are like, hell no, I ain't going back to work for different reasons. And we're going to discuss it tonight in terms of the whole issue that's coming up with that, and also things that people, should do, may do, can't do, and what they have to do. So it's going to be a great show. But again, this is Deonte Burden. Show is changing lives, and again, we're talking about time to go back to work. Well, normally I want to say, I see, okay, cool. I see, DJ Lab Sleep 316 tuning in and stuff like that. How y'all doing? What's going on here? I got you. Cool, cool. Also got my son Christopher Bird. He was gonna be the makeshift producer tonight on live. So big shout out to Slick son Carlos. Happy birthday to him and everything. Also want to give a shout out to DJ Lab Slick 316, my also producers and everything. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Nisi? Tonight's show, I think, is real pivotal with what's going on in the economy because you have a lot of people in a funny space right now in regards to the stimulus, the PPP, and what's going on. So I really want to make a concerted effort with a lot of stuff that's going on, dealing with the pandemic, to kind of bring people up to speed and talk about current event issues, what's going on right now. But as always, we always start the show off with what we rehashed in the previous week. I didn't really have too much stuff going on from my previous week, just this normal work stuff. Everything's reopened. Everything's reopened, the bars and everything. I actually went down. What's that? I live right here in the Lakes 5 area in Jonesboro, but it was a Clubhouse 7 in Stockbridge. I was driving down the road, and I think it's supposed to be 30 people at a time at a club. Oh, hell no. That whole parking lot was jam-packed. They probably had 30 people standing outside, but I know that place was packed up and everything. So we know ain't no social distancing in there. So like I said, we're reopening. Everybody's having a good time partying. I opened my salon up, Dorsey Creation Salon. Most of the stylists are gone. I have, little faithful people and everything with that. But started the advertising and promotion to let folks know the salon was back open. So just gotta get some new stylists and stuff. She'll be probably back on my feet for the most part by the end of next month as far as getting stylists in and everything like that. But I did open my salon back up, Dorsey Creation. I want to give a big shout out to my son PJ, Deonte Burden Jr. He started his well, it's not his first job. He's always been a referee, but he's working at a fast food place right now. He's super excited about it and everything. So I want to give a big shout out to PJ. Tell him I'm proud of him for doing that. Next week, this is very critical. This is what I'm planning on doing with Mr. Short Dollar. I want to start the live streams with the different professionals every Wednesday. We're doing that. I'm still trying to figure out, so it may be pushed off to the following week, but tentatively next week with Mr. Short Dollar, where I said every other Wednesday, I want to be interviewing different professionals, maybe in real estate, legal, accounting, finance, music, but just to get some kind of entrepreneur or business person in, do an interview on them where they can talk about themselves, their industry, their journey, and everything. But that's going to be part of Mr. Short Dollar every other Wednesday going live. I wanted to start that next week, but I'm not for sure if I'll be able to do that right now. But I'll put enough promos starting probably Sunday to let people know if I'm going to do that for sure. But just kind of keep your eyes open for that. I'm still giving free advice at Majestic Business Services. As always, all the links and everything are still pushed on all the videos. So be on the lookout for all the free advice links and everything. That's still going. Still trying to build that email list. So I need you guys to make sure you submit those email addresses. Keep submitting those email addresses, trying to build that email list so we can get good information to you guys on a monthly and quarterly basis. Also keep you abreast of all the products and different events we got coming on between Changing Lives and Mr. Short Dollar. Again, it's Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're streaming live on YouTube and also Facebook. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel, and subscribe to the channel. Also go to the Facebook page and like that. Also, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, and entrepreneurship. Go to, again, the YouTube page and the Facebook page. Subscribe and like to that. A lot of good information out there that I'm giving away for free that I'm sharing with you guys and stuff. Got some more stuff coming down the pike, and I appreciate all the support we've getting so far. Okay, now we start going into tonight's show. Again, what we're talking about, time to go back to work. That government funding and everything is here, and everybody's ready to make a move. When I was thinking about this, and you were hearing, I was just, you were hearing about how the government was doing, assisting the states and everything with the unemployment and stuff. That was real cool. And then I had kind of anticipated, like, man, with that kind of money, man, depending on what you're making, you may be rethinking some stuff when it's all over. But you're in the middle of a pandemic. The money thing is kind of minute in terms of everybody trying to stay alive and stay healthy and everything. But what it said, the money's coming in, so okay, game over. Story about to change. And I thought about a funny part in my life when I was in the Army. I think it's probably back in 96 or 97. I think 96. And I had my knee surgery, right? And you had 30 days leave afterwards, and then they tell you if you're not healthy at the end of that 30 days, you can get an additional 30 days to get back healthy. So we know I got 60 damn days. So the thing that they told me, they said, you got 60 days recover. Just take your time and everything, get back well. This U.S. Army telling me I'm stationed in Bamberg, Germany, right there in central Germany and everything. 60 days to get well. You don't have to report to anyone. Just take care. That's the worst damn thing you could have told a 19-year-old in the middle of Europe. So, man, I just went on my 60-day European tour, man, and I can't think of one part of my life, and I love having fun. I can't think of one time in my life I had more damn fun than those 2 months when I was in Europe. And I'm talking about moving around on crutches, going to the clubs, going to parties and everything, limping, and I didn't give a damn. And I grew a whole beard and everything, and I'm just living the life. I done moved off post, living with some damn German girl, doing hash. I done just forgot I'm all in the damn Army, having a good time. And keep in mind, like I said, they said 60 days. And I just done lost my damn mind. Everything that you could do, I was doing it. And it just, just you. Those was my damn stimulus. And I just remember one day I was downtown Germany. Again, like I said, I just totally forgot I'm in a damn military. I had to check in with nobody. And I see my first sergeant riding his bike down the street. And he gave me this look like MF. And I seen him, he turned his bike around. He came back up the hill and everything. He was just like, Burden, let me talk to you. I'm like, oh man, what's up, first sergeant? He started what the F and MF and all that kind of stuff at me and everything. I go, I'm okay and everything. Needless to say, I probably had maybe a week or two. I had to get everything back together. And the 2 months was over. I had pretty healed up okay. But party was over. And it probably took me about a good 2 weeks to kind of get back. What's going on, Sam? It took me about a good 2 weeks to kind of get back. I'm in the military mode. Like I said, I'm out there going to Switzerland, Sweden, France, living out there on the economy and everything. I done lost my damn mind. I knew it. Like I said, I'm just doing everything, having the time of my life. But when I said that, when I seen first sergeant and everything, I knew I had like a couple weeks left. He done cussed me out. He seen how I'm living, how I'm looking and everything. That's how I know I started getting my stuff together. So it took me a couple weeks to kind of get back into the military groove of, hell, number one, not doing no damn drugs, not drinking everything. We were drinking and that was a different thing out there. All that stuff just kind of get my mind together. It took me a couple weeks to get back together, and then after a while, you say to yourself, okay, I'm in the military. But it was rough, and I will say this: I can say I was young and everything, but I totally took advantage of the system and everything. What's going on, cuz? And that was one of the things that kind of stuck with me and everything. Where I thought about what's going on now with the stimulus, like sometimes, and I'm not again, I understand how serious everything is, what's going on, but that was kind of like the same situation where, okay, we're giving you this little leeway to kind of get yourself together, get healed up, And like I said, I lost my damn mind out there and everything, man. Like I said, those 90s in Europe, man, Berlin, Munich, and I mean, just like I said, the beautiful women in Switzerland. Boy, I had my little 5'5" self had a good time out there, man. I can't, boy, woo, woo. And it was just something like I said, I took total advantage of, man. And it took me a minute to kind of get back to, hey, man, you in the damn military, shit, it's not a game or anything. And I think that's kind of like what we're going to probably have some kind of a big transition with a lot of people that's coming back right now. Uh, with the companies that they're calling folks back, we got this government money. Hey, look, party over, time to come on back in. And we're seeing the how abrasive it being on both sides. You got the companies trying to be aggressive, getting in for reasons that we're going to go over, and then you have the actual employees. They're on the other side, like, no, hell, I'm not trying to go back to work right now. And we'll go over the reasons that they're doing that too. But kind of before we get started with that, I'm going to give a little information, a little background information about what's going on, the products and stuff like that. But this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I try to be a lot more consistent the past couple of weeks, where every Monday I get a Monday motivation. Every Tuesday with Mr. Short Dollar, get the Daily Dollar. What did I do yesterday? The daily, I think I did something yesterday. Well, I put just one of those regular, the Business 101 series. There you go. I moved the Business 101 series to Mr. Short Dollar. I think yesterday was how to read break-even analysis, break-even point. So we're doing that, like I said, the Monday motivation, Daily Dollar, Business 101. We have the show on Thursday. And maybe do like a little current event thing, either on Fridays or Saturdays between the two channels and everything. So I'm trying to be a little bit more structured than I already am and everything with promoting this. But make sure you go to Change Lives, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, Facebook page, and like it. Same thing with Mr. Short Dollar. We got, between those two channels, man, you're probably looking at over 200 videos. You got no excuse. You had the pandemic, you're at home, you're bored, you're tired of eating chips. Don't look at a little bit of Deonte Burden. But back to the show, we're talking about time to go back to work. The government funding is here and everything, and they calling everybody. Get a little background information. We start talking about the PPP. The PPP is the Payroll Protection Program, and that's one of it's part of the CARES, the CARES program that came in with the pandemic. You had the auto loan and the PPP loans, and the PPP again, that's payroll protection loan, and it was created to help businesses cover payroll and some additional operating costs. Employers were given funding to help them retain their employees and also help cover some of them operational costs. That's theoretically what it was created to do. With that said, we look at some terms of just like with unemployment was kind of, you had a lot of the companies that had to close, people that had different reasons of doing it. It may have been a situation where business slow, we got to do it. You may have had some businesses like mine with a salon, just couldn't have it. Local, state government, bars, salons, and barbershops from being open, you had to shut it down. But we still got bills to pay. Most of the landlords, they had like it wasn't a damn pandemic going on. They still wanted rent money, so you still had bills to pay. You had to, tell your stylists or barbers, or even depending on what business you have, especially with like massage parlors, different things. We can't be open. So I put everybody in a very critical spot, from the owner down to the entry level employee. And, everybody pretty much was on the same level, no money coming in. And so the PPP was there to help people, help an employer to get those funds in, to try to somewhat stabilize their business, and also bring that payroll back in, because we all know payroll is the biggest expense of a small business. Theoretically, that's what it is. Probably one of the easiest one that you can move in terms of you can increase it or decrease it very easily, but it's usually the biggest expense that most businesses have when we start looking at payroll. But like I said, when that was gone, it put a whole lot of businesses in the funk. So that's how that came about, to help a lot of businesses. And we started looking at unemployment. That came, in effect. We looking at some of the states were offering it. They were offering it under different restrictions and everything. And in theory, it was to help. It's there to help cover certain wages, but depending on Like if you were self-employed, like a barber, beautician, you aren't paying unemployment insurance or doing anything like that, so you couldn't what? Get unemployment. So you got a lot of people that were independent contractors, self-employed people that actually maybe work theoretically in the scheme of a business, but they weren't necessarily employees. They say they've been really in a bad place. They've been in a real bad place. You know, they've been able to try to apply for some loans and stuff like that, but it's not the same as a lot of the people that have been able to take full advantage of what's going on with unemployment. And so we circle back to what we were talking about with the CARES Act. So with the CARES Act, they came in and said, "Listen, this is what we'll do. We'll make people that's eligible people that's already on unemployment. The federal government is going to give additional $600 uh, to those particular people in addition to what it was already receiving from that particular state. The unemployment amount varies from state to state in terms of what people can receive. I think the max for the state of Georgia is $365. So you're talking about the federal government is going to give you $600 under the CARES Act. You get 365. That's 965, and that was supposed to go from April 5th, 2020, all the way up to July 31st, 2020. So yeah, a decent amount of time where you can take advantage of it. We're looking at April 5th right now. We're at May 21st and everything. So, you might have been sitting there just rubbing your hands like, yeah, I'm get this money for a while and stuff. But no, it's been a good month and a half. They said, no, son, now throw it out and everything. And if you start looking at it in terms of, just say if you can potentially be making, I think with 965 a month, then that 3,800 dollars a month, probably roughly $46,000 a year. And we start looking at in relative terms, just say if a person making 1,500, $2,000, a hell of $1,000 a month, now you done jumped to the way you're making almost $4,000. That's a significant raise and everything. And that's kind of probably have caused some of the friction in terms of just this return back to the workforce between a lot of employees and employers and everything. Because, like I said, theoretically, the way it was set up to help people during this big time of uncertainty, awesome idea. To add that extra amount of money, give you that extra amount of cushion, because who knows if you was already living check to check before. But now you got a little bit more on top of it, being that $600. Okay, cool. Maybe this can help with some of the other expenses you may have, in addition to what you receive from your $1,200 stimulus check. So theoretically, I think it was a good idea. But now I think it's turned to a big headache for a lot of employers right now, trying to get everybody back into the workforce. Getting this change live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. With the PPP loans, all the employees that received it, they will explain to you, hey, look, you can get this money, and we'll give you some. The federal government let all employees know that, hey, we'll give you some form of loan forgiveness. Okay, with that loan forgiveness, they set up different parameters. Number one, they told all employees that receive it, you got 2 months of deferment, so don't have to make any payments for 2 whole months, and they're going to charge them at a rate of 3.75%, which is extremely low for the amount of money that you're going to get potentially. From that point, I said, look, we can do 100% forgiveness if you bring 75% of that payroll back, and then spend another 25% on some of my operational costs. Now, operational costs may be rent, utilities, things like that. So with that said, employers, okay, look, I'm trying to get where I don't have to pay this money back, but I also want to bring people back to work. Don't get it wrong or anything. But we scrambling trying to call these people up. Hey, listen, we got, we're back open. Come on back, come on back, come on back. And it hasn't got met, I think, with the biggest reception. Again, go back to what we're saying, the dilemma being, you have people that probably, like I say, you can be making X amount of dollars and was probably already griping about that. But now you're in a situation you might be making double or 3 times that now. Well, I ain't going back to work. I ain't doing that. And the employees are just back and forth with them fussing, hey, you need to come and everything like that. They're in the funky spot. And the employees, they just like, no, I wouldn't want to do that. And it could be, it's not necessarily about the money. They can feel, oh, I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's safe. I don't feel like I should be able to go out there. My health and everything is at danger and everything. And it's real funny because, like I said, if you sitting there, if you got your money, your unemployment and everything started maybe at the beginning of the month or maybe middle of last month, that whole prospect of being able to take advantage of everything to the 31st of July, then went that quick. You're like, oh Lord, I thought I would better stack some bread up and have some fun. It's disappearing because you even knew when some of those funds were coming in, the economy really didn't tank. You seen the unemployment numbers increasing, but as far as the GDP and the spending dollars that was out there in the economy, that really never changed because you still had the same amount of people out there spending money in the economy. So that never changed because again, people were actually getting money in. Now I know you still have a lot of people that probably still caught in that little funnel. They haven't started receiving unemployment assistance or anything like that, but and that's very unfortunate. But even when they get that money, they're gonna get that money back retro in terms of everything. But again, you got folks that are looking. I'm making almost $4,000. And he ain't paying me now about $1,500 a month. I'm not trying to go back, and that's what we have in this the all this friction and stuff coming back. And that's the thing about it. When people have to sit here as a person and say I don't want to do that, I think any adult knows you just can't say a person saying, listen, we laid you off, we furloughed you, and now we back. You got to come back. You can't just say I don't want to come back. You can say it, but you just that's not enough excuse. But what's happening is now, theoretically, hey, what's going on, Red? Theoretically, what's going on now is that they put the onus on the actual employee. So if you feel like it's unsafe for you to go back to work, because you had the city and the local, state, and federal government coming in before saying these are unsafe work environments, an employee can't go in there. And they stepped in and took that for you. You didn't have to worry about that. But now, since the money has come in, they're saying no. As an employee, if you feel like it's a safe and unsafe environment, the onus is on you to prove it. And that's what's going on right now. You got, and I'm saying what claims are legitimate or aren't legitimate. Is like I say again, it's just on you right now to prove it. So that's why we have this little spot because I know when maybe beginning of the month when it first was rolling in about record unemployment and everything was going in, but when the economy is really tanking, it's a feeling everybody have like, dang, it's kind of everybody down in the dumps, but people finding out, well, hell, I ain't really got to settle for $300. I can get $965 and stuff. And so that would took a lot of pressure off a lot of people and everything. And what they said, then you turn around and put in, excuse me, you might have a month where you done made almost $4,000 in unemployment, then throw in potentially hell, maybe almost the same amount in stimulus money. If you got dependents on how you filing, or some people had a real good month of April, a real good one, and everything. So I just think that whole thing of happening with all that influx of money coming in, and now reality starting to come back. This whole thing is starting. It's going to get real ugly, and I think a lot of people are in for a real sharp wake up call in returns to, the reality back. Reality back. We got to go back to that $1,000 to $1,500 a month that we were paying you. And I'm gonna be very, very, very honest with you. I ain't got no crystal ball to sit here and say that with the world gonna tank or nothing like that. Not really getting into that. But what I do feel is that within the next year or so, what I think the major change is going to be with a lot of businesses is that you're going to have a bigger pool of people for employees to pull from. And what does that do? Typically, when you have straight supply and demand. If I got more people need a job than I got jobs available, I got the power. If I got a lot of jobs available as an employer and a big demand, I need to bring people in. But if I can sit here and get one job to do what I had previously 5 people, can do, but one person can do it, okay, it narrows down. And what happens that when employers got that kind of leverage, they typically can pay you what they want to pay you. Because if you have noticed, wages probably for the past 2 years have been kind of like on an upward tick. We went through the whole living wage and all the other kind of stuff and all the protests and stuff that was coming from that the past couple of years. But now you're sitting there like, okay, that shit's out the window. Folk need to damn work. If we take these damn loans back, we can get back to reality. They may go back. I don't think they're gonna drop wages, but I damn sure don't think it's gonna be a thing where everybody's progressing. And I do think really with technology, innovation, artificial intelligence, a lot of jobs are going to be gone. A lot of jobs that we probably ain't even damn thinking about are going to be gone. I think now's the time when companies are going to make a lot of capital investments into a lot of robotic stuff in terms of especially transportation, warehousing, fast food, and everything. You still gonna have your maybe concentrate service-based businesses like hotels or maybe even some restaurants and stuff like that. But I think the vast majority of operational stuff, yeah, it's gonna get taken over and everything and stuff and everything. So I think that's gonna be a big transition, especially in the next 2 years. That I think all of us gonna have a real steep learning curve with doing it. The job that people have been doing for 20, 30 years, a lot of them gonna be gone. A lot of them gonna be gone and everything. Like I said, fixing meals. They can be at the school level, the restaurant level, definitely fast food level, warehousing and stuff like that. More and more robots pulling orders. Maybe most of the humans they'll just text that's gonna fix it. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. And kind of like I think you guys, if you get a chance, go back on the YouTube channel for Change Lives. I did the video about what the world is always going to need two things. That's thinkers and fixers. And if you're not a thinker that's creating things or just imagining things to happen, or if you're not a person that's a fixer that you can repair, put back together and stuff like that, you're going to be classified as a doer. And when you're a doer, and there's nothing wrong, I don't want to say go into what's right or what's wrong, but when you're a doer, you put yourself at the mercy of somebody giving you an opportunity. When you're a thinker or a fixer, you can create or repair. They're going to need you. But when you're just a doer, you just at, like I said, somebody's mercy if they're going to give you an opportunity to do something. So with that, you got to think accordingly in terms of where you want to fall into everything, especially like I say in the next 2 years. I think we're going to see a lot of opportunities in terms of jobs and different things and stuff like that. Go to this. I had a discussion with a brother at the gym, man, probably about 4 months ago. He was truck driving and everything. He was just so much about, technology can't do this, technology can't do this. And I'm like, man, I don't think nobody's safe. I don't think me being no damn accountant or tax man, hell, I can just even on the surface, you got probably had a third of your clients done left already because they trying to do the taxes themselves. And now you're talking about you might just have a straight AI being where you just go, hey, Joe, hey, Stacy, and let them do your taxes and stuff like that. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. How in the hell are you going to teach a class with what? Everybody got to be 6 feet apart. The students can't be facing the same damn way. It's impossible. And you got schools with 2 or 3,000 enrollment in Metro Atlanta. And how are you going to do that in the classroom? It's impossible. So you're talking about everything's going to be virtual based. So if everything's going to be virtual based, do you really need a teacher sitting up there now? Do you really need that? Can we get, this little computer thing talking to them? Can we? Like I said, I don't think nobody damn safe. And even with that said, that goes to the system principles and not principles too. Do we really need that? They might have virtual sports. I don't know. I do know that it's not naive. If your mind can conceive the thought of something, it can damn happen. Because again, I think maybe 5 months ago, we're looking at it right before the beginning of the year, people thought what we're going through now was never like a bad cold. And now everybody's saying, okay, this stuff is real and people dying and falling off from it. They have a different perspective. So I really do truly feel if your mind can conceive something, good or bad, it's possible that can happen. I don't know about no aliens or no Martians. Hell, who knows? But anything is possible. And I think right now, everybody's in a little funky spot with that. And a lot of people are probably going to be in for a big wake-up call. We start talking about the whole employment industry. because we do know businesses and everything. Um, it's all about net profit, that bottom line. And at the end of the day, nobody cares that you have a mortgage to pay, you have a special needs kid, you have a spouse or something with health issues and stuff like that. Businesses don't give a damn. They just care about what profit they're gonna make in the end. And if you put yourself in a position where they got to make a decision about, if your wife is going to get health care or they're going to get their Christmas bonus, shit, your wife got to be out some damn medicine because they got to get their bonus money. And that's just the reality of things. We say it's mean, sick, what, this, that, and that. Okay. You got corporate CEOs making 40 million to $20 million a year. That's too much money. But they're making the company billions of dollars. So what is it? And you gotta sit there and say to yourself, where am I in all this? Am I a thinker or a fixer, or am I a doer? And doers are most disposable. And that's not, like I say again, it's not to look down at anybody. Like I say again, we talking about reality. We talking about reality. So when you start looking at corporate structure, even any kind of business and everything, when you start looking at where you fall in the totem pole of everything, you got to be realistic about how essential you are, and that's a word that's become predominantly just being essential. And if you're not seen as essential, man, you just kind of got to kind of fall in line where you at. Excuse me, again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about time to get back to work. Government funding, them loans are in. Party's over, unemployment by the end. They need everybody to get back to work. So that's what we're talking about, because again, you got a lot of people have received this funding. Employees have received this funding. They calling, reaching out to these people. People say, "Nah, I don't want to go back to work," or whatever. Throwing up all kind of different kind of reasons, and majority of these reasons are not going to stand. Because I say again, we'll start talking about from an employee standpoint. The when you say it's not safe, you go back to the job. The onus is on you, not the employer, to say it's an unsafe environment. They gave that to you the first time to say, hey, it's not safe. You got to prove it now. They didn't even question that before. You got to prove it now to say, hey, it's not safe. And if you can't do that, hey, man, hey, out of luck. That's how I almost slipped and said something, but you're out of luck and everything. And it's going to be real interesting to see how it is. And like I said, these next 2 years are going to be very, very unique in terms of how we spiral out of it. So, with that said, I didn't just run my mouth, be running my mouth. You know how Deonte Burden always does. I got solutions for you. But before I give you guys solutions, remind you again to make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, and investing. Subscribe to it. Also go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page. Again, we got a daily dollar going in on Tuesday, business on Tuesday, business one-on-one, where I give like a different business or finance terms. I think the week before we did what's the balance sheet. The week before that we did how to figure out pricing. And then yesterday we gave what is break-even point. I do break-even analysis, which is a very, very, very critical calculation that all businesses need to do, that most small businesses, especially most Black-owned businesses, have no clue, don't think about doing. And that's why, I'll be honest with you, a lot of us close down. And again, so please, please, please get a chance. Go to Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You really can't afford to miss some of the information that I'm giving away for free. Because again, we got so many businesses out here right now that's going off prayer and, posting on Facebook and talking this, that, and that. And at the end of the day, numbers are real. Numbers are real. Everyone knows I'm an accountant by profession. I got an undergrad in finance. I got a master's in supply chain. I'm a real numbers nerd. And at the end of the day, if the numbers don't work, your business probably going to fail too. Ain't so much prayer, ain't so much patty pies you can cook before everything started crumbling. Without having that proper structure, them numbers ain't working right. Okay, so make sure you get a chance. Go to Mr. Short Dollar. Also, please take advantage of the free business advice. I give out free 10-minute sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Book your appointment, get you a free, where you can ask me any kind of a question that we can answer in about 10 minutes. Anything longer than that, we do need to book a paid appointment. But I'm giving that out to everybody free 10-minute sessions where you can just take advantage, book an appointment. Hey, Deonte, how do I cross the road? Hey, Deonte, how I fix this little tape, whatever. We can take care of that in 10 minutes. Now, again, in all seriousness, if you need there's a question dealing with your personal finance or your business that you know we can take care of in 10 minutes, please book that appointment. As always, all links to book those appointments are, posted on the videos. So just go down and do that. I got a question in. Georgia's right, the right to work state. So is it likely that employees can be fired for asking for more time before a term of work? Well, it's not that they're going to be fired; they just won't be retained. The thing of it is that it has nothing to do with. The question: with the state being a right to work state, can people be fired for asking for more time before they turn to work? The thing of it is that it's mandated. They were laid off because they more likely were given. They had to furlough people because they had lack of business, or they were mandated by some government body to close up. Okay, so in essence, with the reopening statutes and everything, those reasons aren't there anymore. So what do you need more time for? Because again, it's deemed that everything is safe, right? The onus is on you to prove that it's not safe. Now, if you say well, I can't find a sitter, I can't do anything like that. I mean, come on, now we know where that's gonna go. But to answer your question, it's not an issue. Can you be fired? You just don't have a job no more. I mean, I don't think people right now, the employers are really stressing to get people back to work so they don't have to pay those loans back. They really want to get people back in so they don't have to pay those loans. And if a person doesn't come back, they can just write that off. That person don't want to come back, leave it at that, find somebody else so they can cover that payroll. So I don't think they're going to be so stuck on trying to fire you. They're just going to move on from you. But you're going to put yourself in a funky spot because, again, you're going to get yourself in some kind of funk because unemployment is going to find you from probably the state and the federal level because you given the opportunity to go back to work and you didn't take advantage of it. So again, now you got to ask yourself, is it worth it to kind of go through all that, to go back and forth with them if the opportunity was there for me, to go back? So that's a good question, but that's a funky spot. Next question: do you think another round of stimulus funds will be approved? I have no idea. You have things. I think the House has passed that one. I don't think the Senate is going to pass another one. I think it's all going to come down to the fall elections, depending who wins. If Democrats get a hold to the Senate in addition to the House, if they can retain the House, they got potential to do it, especially if you get a Democratic president in. But it's always going to be very difficult to do. It was almost needed, even with the apprehension that the Senate had last time, because it's more Republicans on the Senate, and they do a lot more of whatever you do, I'm gonna stop this and that back and forth than just using common sense in DC. But I'm not for sure. It's on the table, but I don't think they're going to do another round. I doubt it. If they do, it's going to be probably the fall. But I may be wrong. I just don't think the kind of money that they're looking to do and already the kind of money that we've already put out, it's going to be hard to do it, especially with a Republican Senate. I doubt it's going to do that. To answer your question with that. But anything's possible to get done. But I seriously doubt they're going to do another round of funding from the government. That's a great question. Now, as always, again, we're going to go back to my solution that I got planned out for you guys. First, we'll look at it from the perspective of the employees. What's next? The biggest thing I want to just tell people, if you're unemployed, you're getting unemployment assistance and everything, number one thing you got to do is you got to be very proactive about your job status. You need to be looking, you need to be calling or whatever. And when I say calling, you can call your friends, your coworkers and stuff like that, but I'm talking about looking at the markets or anything like that. One question, there will not be another round for us, only for large business elections are coming. Good point. Back what I was saying, the being proactive, we're doing it, reaching out to your job, calling, hey, how's everything going? And it doesn't have to be every day. Make it a weekly status call in. They say, listen, don't call us no damn more. We'll call you. Cool. Looking at the job markets, checking out, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, looking at Market Watch and stuff like that, kind of looking at the industry that your job in and stuff. No matter if it's a small company or major corporation, be proactive in knowing what's going on. Also be damn proactive if your job may not come back. Looking at what's else out there. Job market tight. A lot of companies aren't really making money, so nobody really open their arms. I read a thing today. Taco Bell is supposed to hire 30,000 people this summer to help them transition with all the reopenings and everything coming up. So I think they're hiring 30,000 people. And they say everybody breaking their head to go to Taco Bell, but I say this to say that staying abreast of what's going on. I'm sitting here reading it too. That hey, this is going to happen. But if you got that watchful eye going on, just being proactive to see what's coming up and everything, I think that's a great thing to be doing if you're an employee. Just kind of keep your eyes open about your current job, but also what's going on in the market. Just in case you got to move on, your job does not come back, unemployment ends for you. What's your next move going to be? Do not wait. Okay, be very proactive with that. Start preparing yourself mentally and financially. Mentally, financially, and also operationally, where you're saying to yourself that I got to get ready to go back to work. Okay, you've been chilling 60 days, may go to 90 days chilling. You got that Corona belly going. You got, every show from 8 in the morning to 12 o'clock at night. You got it. You've built a whole new muscle right here, just with that remote control and everything. And you got to prepare yourself. Hey, look, I might got to go back to damn work. I told you how crazy I was when I was in Germany. Forgot I was a soldier and everything. And be preparing yourself. When I say operationally, you may have pivoted because when daycares and schools have closed, well, who's gonna watch the kids? Who's gonna take care of that stuff? Who's gonna make sure? Say if you got a parent or someone else you're taking care of and stuff like that, who's gonna be able to watch them? Financially. Unemployment in. If you're gonna take a pay cut with that and everything, be kind of budgeted. Hey, look, this stuff can get back to normal soon. Let me start getting on top of this. All these kind of things need to be taken into consideration as we prepare. Again, we're talking about employees getting ready for everything as far as getting back to work. What else we got over there? There are a lot of low-wage jobs available, and the government believes they will be sufficient, and for most it is not. I absolutely agree. Point was put in the chat that there are a lot of low-wage jobs available, and government think that's going to be sufficient. I think it's going to be funny. I think we're really going to go to have and have-nots. I don't know if we're going to have the little piece in the middle anymore. And I think that's over the next 5 years, a lot of that really coming in. I think you're going to really see a lot of people that really don't have, and the people that do have, they're going to have. I don't think a trillionaire is out of the question. I really don't think it's out of the question for us to see one in the next 5, 10 years. Somebody accumulating that kind of wealth. I don't think it's out of the way. Another thing that employees can do, you learn to don't live off budget wages. Again, get ready, for that normal pay, and kind of be looking at, things that, even that normal pay may be readjusted. When those jobs come back, they may have went through a whole new restructuring, and what you made before is not what you're gonna make now. And so, kind of like I said, be preparing for all this kind of stuff. And if you don't feel, here's a good thing too. If you don't feel safe about going back to work, honestly, you think it's unsafe and everything like that, start getting your facts together. Why? Start getting your facts together. That I don't feel, I don't think, I heard that it ain't gonna damn fly. You need to get factual evidence that look, we're still have these kind of people coming in, all this kind of stuff is going on. You have factual information. So you need to be kind of getting that stuff together before then, because again, we get out of what we're always proactive, we're not reactive. So start getting that information together. If you feel like you're in an unsafe environment, do not wait for it's time when they come knocking that door, come back to work for you to start bringing that stuff up. Start gathering the facts now. Remember, facts, not feelings, not words, facts. Okay. The last thing is be prepared to be penalized if you don't feel like you want to go back to work. Okay, be prepared for it. Again, we're younger, we're like, look, man, I'm gonna go to that little boy house. I'm gonna go to this, that. I know I'm gonna get a whooping. I'm gonna get a punishment. I know I'm gonna sneak to the store and everything, but I'm gonna take my, punishment accordingly. And it's one of the things. So be prepared for it. Be prepared, for fines. Be prepared to be removed from the unemployment registry, federal and state level. Be prepared to be forced to repay some wages, or get some things kind of levied on you, where they might garnish wages and stuff like that. Be prepared. Be prepared for that. If you say to yourself, I don't feel like it, and I don't have factual information, I don't feel, we're talking about just you feeling that way. We're not even talking about you just say, I only want to do that because they're not paying me enough money. That should be already, already known that, look, it's going to come back on you in a bad way. But if you're in a situation where you feel like uh, it's not healthy for me to go back and I don't have any facts, you be prepared to be penalized. So kind of get yourself in the mind state, look, this is what's probably coming down the pipe if I don't go back to work. Again, we just went over things that employees need to do, just prepare. Uh, just in case they get the phone call and stuff like that. Being proactive, not waiting for it to come. Okay. Again, it's Change the Lives hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change the Lives hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also go to the Facebook page, like it and everything. And please, please, please take advantage of the free advice section that we're giving. And also be submitting those email addresses. We're growing like this. I need to grow like this. Okay. So keep submitting those email addresses so we keep building that email list. Now we're going to pivot, guys. We're going to look at it from an employer perspective. In terms, I don't go on from the home studio today, so you're going to hear all the rings and everything come in. So please bear with me while that's coming in and everything. So we can wait that out. Just the rings. Okay, cool. From an employee perspective, what can employees be doing while they're preparing for everything, for people coming back, the money coming in from the PPP loans? What can they be doing? Number one, employees need to be preparing for if employees are coming back or if they ain't preparing. You getting that plan together. Hey, when this guy come back and stuff, I can put him back on this. Or if they don't come back, I need to be reaching. Do I gotta go to temp agencies? Do I gotta go to day labor? Do I gotta get ready to post it on Indeed, but different job posting sites and stuff? What do I need to do? Do I need to do it now? Do I need to wait it then? How am I going to try to navigate if the people going to come or if they don't come? We're talking about employers. What do they need to be doing? Secondly, employees need, just like I just said, employees need to be very active and understanding what's going on, checking with their job and stuff. Employers need to have some kind of system where they're checking in on their employees, weekly basis, twice a month, or whatever, some way or some system in place where they're checking in. Hey, how you doing? Just want to see, hey, let you know we haven't heard anything, or we have, or this right here might be going on. Tentatively, these are our plans. We have no plans at all, but some kind of way you still need to be reaching out to your people. Okay, have some system in place, and let them, and when you do that as an employer, write down those dates and write down those responses, the information you gave, and also the response they said back to you. They may say, well, listen, I might be looking, you might not even ask them that. You might just be giving out information, but they may come back to you and say, listen, we're not going to come back with maybe looking or anything like that. You just annotate the information you get, okay? But writing those dates down and writing that information you get, and make sure you got all this stuff in terms of, you call them, you email them, and you maybe send them something right, maybe send a mailing out or whatever. So you want to make sure you hit them that way: the phone call, email, and mailing something out. Again, like the man seems like a little tedious. This is two things that are going to happen from that. You make sure you keep your employees informed, and you also cover your tail to say, okay, I did send some information out. Okay. People forget stuff on purpose a lot of times, right? Say, I didn't get it, I didn't hear it, or whatever. You told them. People move around. We got a pandemic going. Folks might have lost their place or moved in with a loved one or something like that because of it. So you don't know if they got it or not. So call them, email them, write them. 3 ways you can do that to make sure you keep people informed and also to cover your tail. The third thing is you get prepared to hire people and everything. Have that kind of you forming that little plan together just in case you got to hire people. You already know you already have X amount of people, your payroll, X amount of dollars. What's that strategy? Like I say, if you got to go to the day labor, temp agency, job posting, whatever, start getting that plan together. Do not wait till you get that damn PPP loan money for you start trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do with it. Start making plans now as an employer. Be very proactive and try to look at or map out how you're going to do everything, okay? The next thing is, and I think this is very important for all employers. Don't get burned trying to be nice. Don't get burned trying to be nice. You calling people, tell them it's time to go back to work. You know, you got 2 months to get his money back. 6 weeks to get his money back. Uh, 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 yeah, I think 2 months to get. I'm drawing blank right now to get that money back for the PPP. And you got an employee that you really love or like, and they yo-yo on your ass about they want to come back to work and now they feel safe. Don't you get burned trying to be nice to folks and everything like that. You gotta fire them. You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. Ask yourself, the money I gotta spend, is it worth it? You know, the money I might gotta spend to keep the loan or whatever, because it's not the end of the world. You just gotta start paying the loan back. Okay, so it's not that you're gonna get in trouble if you don't do it. You just gotta pay the loan back. But is it worth it? And like I said, don't get burned trying to be nice to people because you're trying to explain to them that the place is safe. If you know it's safe, number one, you don't open it up just because. You open it up because you know it's safe for your employees and your customers. So for the simple fact you open it up, you know it's safe. You co-signing that right then and there, regardless of what the government says you can do. Your opening, that's your co-sign that hey, everything's valid, and you cannot let your ship sink trying to keep people on the boat to convince them like, hey man, look, y'all need to stay on here. We go, I know you don't feel bad, but let me call the government back and see if you can get another week or so. Like Dr. Niece had asked, like, hey, if I don't feel sky get another week or so, no hell, you better let them go. You better let them go. That I'm being serious. You cannot, get yourself burned trying to be nice. Again, those are the advice I have for employers with moving out of the pandemic. I want to kind of give you guys like a conclusion and everything. I think for the most part, they're probably consensus. Again, the night show we're talking about time to get back to work. The employees are starting to get back their stimulus money in terms of the pandemic and everything's coming in. So people, employees have to get ready and everything. But I think the consistent message has been given out tonight in terms of far as the employees and the employers. Prepare, get ready. And I apologize if I may have confused the two. Again, first we talk about employees, people that are working, and the second one employers. But I know how to get to talking fast sometimes. I may have said one or the other. But I think you just got to plan. You got to plan and be proactive in terms of what you're trying to do and get it together. Do not be reactionary. Don't wait till the last minute to try to get stuff done. I think you need to be very, very proactive and getting your game plan together. If you know you're going to get ready to receive some money, preparing for it. If you know that you're an employee with a job, you need to be very, very prepared and to know, hey, what can happen, what can't happen. And that word can't, boy, it's great. So I think everybody need to do a very good job on both sides of preparing. The other thing is, especially from an employee perspective, be prepared for the consequences if you don't want to go back to work. Just be prepared for it. Just be prepared for it. Okay? Because again, if you don't feel like you should, because it's not safe, I dig it. I understand. But understand it's going to be, it can be some stiff stuff to pay. And onus is on you to prove that. And if you want to sit here and just debate it because you make less money going back and stuff like that, that sounds like a personal problem. But again, still, make sure you're prepared to deal with the consequences for whatever decisions you make. Be it you go back or you don't go back and everything. So kind of keep that in mind. Again, this is Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight where we discussed time to get back to work. Time to get back to work. That was government funding and everything. It came in and stuff like that. And, you got to get ready for it to come to an end and stuff like this. So I hope I gave some good information. We're talking about the subject, but also giving strategies for employees and employees to take, being proactive. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to it. Like the Facebook page. Same thing with Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, entrepreneurship, and business and real estate investing. Also, go to the Facebook page for that. And again, take advantage of the free advice links. They're on there. They're on the bottom of the video. Hit it. Take it. If you don't see it on Pinwheel, we may be streaming on certain platforms not showing. Again, Google Deonte Burden. Google Change Live, hosted by Deonte Burden. Google Mr. Short Dollar. it'll come up. The video, the YouTube channel will come up. Subscribe to it. Please take advantage. I'm giving this guide to you free. So, take advantage of those opportunities that I'm giving you with that. I hope all the information helped you. I hope to see you guys. Well, I know I'm going to see you guys next week. I appreciate the support. Continue to help us grow. Continue to help me build that email list. I'll talk to you guys next week. Love you and take care.